Citycast Bangalore.
I am Shra Pandey.
I am Ekta Jha. Welcome to Citycast.
Patients wait long hours for treatment in government hospitals in the city. Reporter Ekta Victoria visits Victoria Hospital and tells us how people cope.
There is a long queue outside the hospital and patients have to wait to get admitted even during emergencies. Jagdish's brother was injured in an accident and they had to wait for a long time to be treated.
कल शाम 1 आवर तक वेट किया है बेड के लिए, टाइम से नहीं मिला 1 आवर के बाद मिला। सभी उनका इनका इन्फ्लुएंस करके उधर फिरो, इसको फोन करो उसको फोन करो करके बाद में मिला।
Relative complained. Doctors do not even have the time to tell them about the death of family members who died in the hospital.
3:30ಗೆ ಒಂದು ತಾಯಿನೂ ಸತ್ತೋಗಿದೆ. ನಾವು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದು ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಮಗೆ ಏನು ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಸರಿಯಾಗಿ ಮಾಡಲಿಲ್ಲ, ಒಂದು ಆಂಬುಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಕಳಿಸ್ಕೊಡಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿಲ್ಲ.
Officers from Victoria Hospital say that they are understaffed but it is not affecting their patients.
Some amount of deficiency is there amongst the staff and patient. Every patient will be in a particular department or unit where we will have number of other staff. So we will divide the staff according to the work pattern and the patient load.
Doctors from the emergency centers say they need more manpower, infrastructure and delegation of work.
I'm here working in the emergency department and our duty is 24 hours. Since I am going to be in an emergency situation, we can't afford sleep that point of time. So yeah, I mean, it does take a toll on our health, on our mental health and on our sleep, of course.
The superintendent says they have requested for more staff from the government authorities. Ekta Jha, Citycast Bangalore. Garbage segregators work without proper safety equipments. Reporter Agnidev visits them and finds this important rule is overlooked.
Bangalore waste segregators manually sort through almost 3 tons of solid waste every day with their bare hands and without masks. This lack of adequate equipment poses a serious risk to their occupational health. It can cause chronic conditions like allergies and respiratory diseases, says an NGO working for sanitation workers in the city.
We've seen quite a few instances of injuries because of lack of PP or because of badly designed PP in some, moisture exposure causes blisters and injuries and that kind of stuff. So yeah, we have seen regularly this thing of people complaining of backaches or allergic reactions.
At a Koramangala unit, employees work long hours without proper equipment being made available to them. Dr. Akshata, who works closely with sanitation workers, explains that even though they might get private protective equipment, it is often inadequate for the health risks the workers face. The lack of proper masks leads to persistent respiratory infections amongst waste segregators. Usage of latex gloves instead of heavy-duty ones can also cause injuries to the workers using them.
The surgical mask doesn't serve the purpose. They might need a triple layer protection. If they're not wearing appropriate protective gear, they tend to hurt themselves, which can turn fatal in the long run.
According to Karnataka's labour laws, it is the duty of every employer to provide and maintain a safe and risk-free environment for its employees, including unskilled labourers and daily wage workers. At a Bidadi segregation unit, however, employees were seen to be working without adequate personal protective equipment. The unit's project manager says that the health and safety of their employees is a top priority.
We ensure their health is well maintained by providing all the health benefits. We also ensure that they are using PPEs.
The Solid Waste Management Department of the BBMP says that the reason behind the inadequate availability of the safety equipment lies in the lack of proper implementation of labour laws by individual contractors. They also said that the issue is being looked into and will be taken care of soon. Agnidev Bhattacharya, Citycast, Bengaluru.
Many accidents take place on the Jakur flyover. It has also been declared as a black spot. Reporter Shishti tells us what makes it so.
The data provided by the Yelahanka Traffic Police Station, 5 deaths and 6 injuries are recorded due to overspeeding and negligence in the past 6 months. The past year record shows us that only 1 death was been recorded in 2019, but in 2020, 6 deaths, and in 2021, 4 deaths were being recorded.
Weekly, twice or thrice a day, accidents will happen, motorbikes or cars or private vehicles.
The total cases of overspeeding in the last 6 months are 2,670 and the total amount of fine collected is 26,69,100.
जक्कू फ्लाईओवर में इतना एक्सीडेंट्स क्यों होते हैं कि जब एयरपोर्ट के लिए जाने वाले बहुत से लोग होते हैं, उनको सभी को अर्जेंसी होता है और बहुत ही स्पीड रैश ड्राइविंग करते हैं.
Apart from overspeeding, a 500-meter stretch on the flyover doesn't have street lights. The traffic police say the authorities of the aerodrome are not providing permission to install the street lights as it distracts the flight's takeoff and landing.
Black spots should be addressed by road safety auditing. So this should be made as safe as possible, and every minute measures are measured by the expert. They should address it. They give the report to the authorities for rectifications.
Experts also say that to avoid accidents on the Jakur flyover, it is very important that road safety auditing should be conducted in every 2 years by the experts for the safety of our Indian roads. Shrishti Srinivasan, Citycast, Bangalore.
Right after the break, we look at the lack of resources faced by CUPA. Welcome back. You are watching Citycast Bangalore. The animal welfare organization CUPA says it does not have the resources to meet the demands for rescuing animals. Astha Chopra finds they are able to respond only to a small percentage of calls.
CUPA attends only 10% of cases due to lack of infrastructure. They receive twice the number of cases than their capacity. The animal shelters are not enough to keep injured and treated animals.
We have about 60 or 70 kennels, and the number of calls that we get a day amounts to about 50 to 100 calls.
CUPA says they have insufficient funds, lack of infrastructure, time and no government aid. In addition, they have only 2 ambulances and can attend only 3 to 5 calls out of 50.
Other challenges like funding, resources and government aid for the rescue and rehabilitation of animals.
Experts say that there are less animal welfare trauma centers in the city and funding is the main issue. Animal trauma centers like CUPA should apply to the schemes which are launched by AWBI. Astha Chopra, Citycast, Bangalore.
Many stray cows in Bangalore eat garbage along with the food they find in their package. Reporter Praharshita tells us how this has an impact on the health of the cows.
Many cows are falling ill as they are eating plastic from the garbage. According to the reports from the Government Veterinary College, from Jan 2022, 61 cows have been admitted in the hospital, out of which 4 died.
ಊಟ ಮಾಡಲ್ಲ ಮೊದಲನೇದಾಗಿ ಆಮೇಲೆ ನೀರು ಕುಡಿಯಲ್ಲ ಆಕ್ಟಿವ್ ಆಗಿರಲ್ಲ ಅದನ್ನ ಹಂಗೆ ಹಾಸ್ಪಿಟಲ್ ಕರ್ಕೊಂಡು ಬರ್ತಾರೆ.
The lack of awareness among the owners of these animals is complicating the situations at the hospital while treating the animals.
One thing we want people to do is that to do the segregation at source itself. That is to separate food waste and dry waste so that there are no chances of the plastics and all getting mixed with the food waste.
According to the doctors, consumption of garbage might affect the lactation of cow.
They eat along with the plastic it is not a digestible material, so it stays for a very long time. So when it stays for a very long time, it's going to create the ruminal impaction.
The doctor says that at the initial stages of the health issue, it can be treated. If it continues, it gets complicated for the cow. Sri Praharshita, Citycast, Bangalore. People find the cost of flowers has increased. Megha Rani finds that it is more than the result of the seasonal hike due to the festive season.
Prices of flowers in KR market is increased by 5 times in this festive season. People are finding it difficult to buy flowers for Pookalam during Onam festival. For average customers, the prices are unaffordable.
तो हमको फेस्टिवल का ना हो जाएगा, हमको 2000-3000 तक फूल लगेगा, वो बहुत कॉस्टली महंगा होता.
Earlier, jasmines were sold for rupees 400 per kg on regular days, but now it's rupees 2000. The demand of flowers is high because of the festivals, but the rains have also affected its harvest. Farmers claim that they have suffered significant losses as a result of the monsoon rains.
ಮಳೆ ಬರೋಕ್ಕೆ ಮೊದಲು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿತ್ತು, ಮಳೆ ಬಂದಮೇಲೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಇದಾಯಿತು, ಲಾಸ್ ಆಯಿತು, ನಷ್ಟ ಆಯಿತು, ಅದರಿಂದ ಎಲ್ಲ ಲಾಸು, ಒಂದು 50,000 ನಷ್ಟ ಆಯಿತು.
The expert believes that the use of shade nets can help flower fields from damaging during excess rains.
Then if the government thinks more of polyhouses, the shade net houses there, even a normal farmer can also go for it.
The government provides subsidy for setting up polyhouses under Mukhyamantri Nutan Polyhouse project. Megha Rani, Citycast, Bengaluru.
We'll be back after a short break. Till then, stay with us. Welcome back to Citycast Bangalore. Excessive amounts of self-medication is unknowingly taking a toll on Bengaluru citizens. Our reporter Shreya Pandey tells us more.
People self-medicate themselves and
from their illness. This situation leads to people consuming those medicines imprudently, which in turn severely affects their bodies negatively.
Then the problem starts. They go to the medical shops over the counter.
A special officer from Victoria Hospital says that Augmentin, Nimlucilide, Zolpidem for common ailments like pain relief, nausea, sleeping issues and others can also impact body's immune system.
All people tend to self-medicate themselves with these sleep medications, which can prove detrimental in the long.
Doctor claims that excessive usage of a medicine messes up with the patient's blood report, and it is difficult to analyze the cause of the illness, which is an issue for the affected patient in the longer run to rebuild its body resistance.
Patients, when they take something and they're relieved of it, they tend to become confident regarding the medication, and the thing that maybe instead of paying a doctor or somebody better, it's like just take the same medication, but may or may not be the same thing that's happening to them the otherwise. It messes up with the blood reports, it messes up with the symptoms of the patient. So when the patient is analyzed again, it becomes very difficult.
A medical professor from Raja Rajeshwari Medical College says that excessive usage of Augmentin, Nimlucilide, Zolpidem for common ailments like pain relief, nausea, sleeping issues, stomachache and others can also impact body's immune system. Shreya Pandey, Citycast, Bangalore. Vendors encroach upon footpaths in Koramangala. Ashwin Shankar finds out more about the issue.
Vendors are allowed to sell their products on footpath by a Supreme Court ruling. Tushar Girinath, the BBMP commissioner, says they cannot encroach the full footpath and asks the pedestrians to walk on the road.
It's been very difficult for pedestrians to walk around, and it's already been so many shops and normal shops. It's already been a mess, and we cannot definitely go by the roads, and the roads are so busy. So it's really tough.
But the vendor says they have no choice but to sell their products on footpath.
हमें खुद इधर खमा के इधर पेपर करता ले जाके राशन वगैरह ले लगे बनाता देता बच्चे बढ़ रही उनको फीस वगैरह क्या की इधर से ले लेके डाल रहा दूसरा कोई भी मदद नहीं है.
The BBMP has also provided places in some areas, but they are very expensive for the vendors.
First is eradication of commercial activities on the footpath. Second is giving space which is cheaper, but BBMP has given still not been utilized, and it actually works out cheaper for the vendors to put it on footpaths.
High Court of Karnataka directed the BBMP to form a grievance redressal committee for the vendors and shift them elsewhere. However, most of these numbers either have 9-digit or are not working. Ashwin, Citycast, Bangalore.
This is Ekta Jha and this is Shreya Pandey signing off.